What's up there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Anomalies channel. Okay, this picture in this particular video is at the base of Mount Sharp. Now, you guys know that how I feel about Mount Sharp. I mean, I believe it's a mountain to some extent, but the way NASA has doctored it up, so to speak, and manipulated it and everything else, it's not what you think it is. And if anybody's watched, or if you haven't watched, I have a three-part series called Mount Sharp, Not What You Think It Is. There is what looks like cars, different maybe spacecraft or planes or something, structures, everything you can possibly think of is in this mountain itself. This picture I'm going to show you, I'm going to let you guys make the decision. What it looks like is cars, but one particular one stands out. It looks like it's been wrecked in the front end. It looks like either the front end sticking up or the hood or whatever. But it's almost as plain as day. Now, I've got two pictures. One I think was in Sol 435, and the other was 436, right behind the other. I could be wrong on these Sols, and I'll check to make sure. But either way, you will have the link, and I will show you one of the links. And then I'll have the other one as well. So, no problem with that. So, here's the actual picture. This is what you get. Okay? And this is the base of Mount Sharp right up in here. This is obviously not. I contend, and I still say this, all along this bottom of this mountain, and it's not just about the bottom of it, it's the whole mountain. All this area here was all cars, and it was a freeway of some sort. It was some kind of metropolitan area, some kind of weird thing. And as crazy as that sounds, some guys will be going, yeah, he's definitely taken more than one hit off that peace pipe. And you're free to think what you want. But here's the thing. Even if you don't watch all three parts of Mount Sharp, Not What You Think It Is, watch at least the third one. And the reason why I say that is because I got a picture from another site where the guy actually enhanced it a little bit as far as like contrast and stuff. And I go over every inch, mostly the left side of the mountain. And you're going to see wild things in this. It's not what you think it is. It looks like there's caved-in tunnels, and you can see vehicles sitting in these tunnels. You have to check this out. I still say there's a bunch of cars over here, vehicles, call them what you want. It's just crazy. And as crazy as the whole thing sounds, you just got to check it out for yourself. I'm going to show you this. Now, some people will say, well, I don't think this is Mars. I believe this is parts of Earth. And I guess that's, it's a 50-50 thing. It could very well be, I mean, I'm not on Mars. I couldn't tell you yay or nay. And then some people said, well, these things are on Mars and they're just taking them out. Or some people have said, no, this is like parts of Earth, and what they're doing is just throwing them into this picture. And I'm going, well, that doesn't make any sense at all, because why would they go out of the trouble of taking a scene from part of Earth and throwing it into this Mars picture and then just to doctor it up and get rid of it? So that theory kind of goes out the window. But as far as it maybe being a part of, I don't know, maybe let's call it a junkyard somewhere on Earth, and they just decided, let's make it look like Mars. I'm going to say no, and only in my personal opinion. Maybe some of them are, but I believe we are actually on Mars. And I really do believe that a lot of this terrain, because I've seen things that just something you wouldn't see on Earth. Whether it be terrain, structures, vehicles, I don't care what it is. Some things just don't jive, man. They just don't make any sense. So I believe, in my own opinion, that we are 100% on Mars. Now, I believe they're just doctoring these things up. And I have had a couple conversations with the, on YouTube as well as off YouTube about this. And it is a weird thing. It's a weird topic, because who's right? And I'm not here to show, that I'm right, because I don't know if I'm right. I couldn't tell you yay or nay, like I said. But my thing is, I'm saying to myself, if it's on there, and let's say these vehicles, structures, all kinds of things have been there for years. They might have been so far advanced than us, had this catastrophic thing go wrong, maybe a meteor hit the thing, the actual surface of Mars, and everything just came to a standstill. And that was it. Because all along this bottom of this, of Mount Sharp, it looks like there's a bunch of cars on a freeway, and they all just collided into each other. Like, people like, surprised, what is that? Boom! And it was just too late. Now, some of these you won't see too clearly, and some you will. I don't know if you guys can even see the car right now, but it's there. Okay? It's off in the distance, but it's almost like they purposely put it there. Ready? I'm going to show you right now. It's right there in the upper left corner. I don't know if you can see that from here. But base it back out. I'm going to jump in here a little bit, go to 200%. Right there. It looks like a shape of a car. Comes down. Now keep in mind, I believe this is inverted. And I believe a lot of this has, because you can see a bunch of these lines. Look how smooth some of these lines look. They go like this. They go back up. And people think it's just a mountain ridge. It's not. And there's many pictures where, just look at my videos, you can see where it looks like lines until you invert it. Then suddenly these things take on shapes. Like, they look like spacecraft. They look like structures. They look like, I don't call them what you want. And like I said before, you can call them Humpty Dumpty or flower pots for all I care. But they're hidden. One, they're A, hidden in the picture. And two, it's like they actually take on a form. It's not just a negative part of the, just the lines. It's actually objects. So, again, this looks like it's inverted. Now, if you look at it, it just comes down, goes over here, wheel well, and they're white as opposed to what? Tires are black. Okay, and it looks like there's a hood sticking up here or some kind of the front end's bent up. And you can actually see windows in here. Now, watch this. Okay, I'm just going to put a little brightness and contrast into it. Okay, and now you can start to see the side window right here. See it? Okay, now let's blur it up a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to invert it. Now suddenly the tires look like they're black. Now, I don't know if they're on it or if it's just the actual hubs or whatever that it's just laying on. It's like taking your tires off and just throwing the car on the ground. I don't know. If these things have been here for X amount of years, how do we know the rubber just didn't disintegrate? Or they make their tires out of something totally different? Who knows? Just look up in the top here. Look at the way these things are. See the way these like ghosted out figures is right here? Okay, there's a reason for that. I believe there's actually a bunch of vehicles here, and of course it's really been manipulated, so you're not going to see anything super clear, but there is some things that I show you that kind of look like actual vehicles we'll have here. So I'll go back to this one here. There it is. Now when I invert it, you can see what looks like the window, and maybe a little part of the back window right here, like the side back window, but see how it looks just, I mean, go straight across right here, and then there's something just sticking up. Like this has been, like you don't see an actual nose coming out. It just looks like it's just bent up. So, I don't know. But to me, that looks like a car. It absolutely looks like a car sitting right there. And that's the main picture right there. That's the absolute picture. I'm not doing a thing to it right there. So, you guys tell me. I mean, I'll let you see that. Jump into this. Blur it up. And then I want to widen this whole box up in here and do the whole top of this. And just kind of give you another, I mean, this one's going to be the clearest thing you'll see to a car in this part of the picture. But, let me do this. Equalize it. See how it looks like you can see, like, looks like a little bit of light right there. And you can see the window right there now. See it? Looks like a wheel well. Something right there. And then boom. And you just can't tell after that. It just looks like it's wrecked. Okay. Now, here's a whole rectangle here. I do this part here. Alright. And it looks like, when you really analyze this, it looks like there's another car sitting here. And it looks like there's one almost half buried. And you can't see this very well. So, okay, let's blur it up a little bit. Resharpen, and then invert. Okay, right here, and it's hard to see this thing, but you can see what looks like a roof right here, comes down. Right here, the wheel well, goes across, another wheel well, and here's the hood, and it stops, and it goes back up to the roof and everything else. Now, you might say, well, that doesn't look like a car, and you're kind of right. It does, but it doesn't. But look at the size in reference as far as this one and this one. Kind of almost looks like the same, don't it? And there's another one right here. It looks like just a pile of crap, to be honest with you. But this looks like a wheel here, wheel here. Again, if these things have been here for X amount of years, wouldn't it, with all the dust storms they have, wouldn't it be partially buried? I don't know. This is what I want you guys to see. If you concentrate up in the top, this is where I'm saying is all a bunch of cars and, just a bunch of things all in this picture. Unfortunately, they went out of their way to just put a bunch of lines. I don't know if they have some kind of fudging tool like the average manipulation software has. But you can see what look at one here. You can see like a wheel. Looks like something round, like a vehicle sitting here. There's one sitting here. You can see wheel. And you can just see all of this stuff here is just been thrown over it. Because if they put a bunch of junk in the middle of an object, and you put a bunch of this fuzz or fudging or whatever you want to call it, it makes it look like several small, tiny pieces, and you'd be none the wiser. And that's the reason why I think they do this. And you can just see this weird thing right here. Looks like another car, another one. See how like they look like they're all up against each other. There's one in here that kind of looks like more of a vehicle than all of these, except for the first one I showed you. Like, here's a good example, right here. Like, this looks like, it's hard to tell what that is, but it looks like it's got a roof and some kind of man-made openings, I'm going to use the term. And like I said, this, like right here, it looks like this right here, wheel, and it just looks like just like a sand pile, to be honest with you. And this one here, like I said, I don't know if I can go back in any more than that. Let me see, without making it look too bad. Okay, right here. Got like a wheel. See, it's a little too far now. It's kind of hard to see this, but like I said, they almost, as far as size comparison with the other one that I just showed you, the first one, it looks like the same size. Now, whether that is a car, I can't tell you 100%, and I wouldn't say absolute anyway. So, this is the thing I thought was wild. Look right here in the background. Let's just picture a bus, like a school bus. It looks like, look at it, comes down the length of it, comes down. Looks like it's got the wheel well right here, but look at this blotching right here. Right on, but you can still see the actual shape through it. See it? This is what I mean by how they go about trying to hide these things. This looks like some kind of a bus. You can actually see, it looks like you can see like the wheel here. Let me see if I invert this. Oh, it's already inverted. See, like you just see the outline of it here, but only see the front. See it? That's weird, but it's just the way they go about it. It's like you just see this weird shape thing here, and it goes, look, it's like rectangular, goes across, goes down, goes all the way across down to here, and it looks like there's like windows or some kind of opening, and it looks like it's got something black, like a wheel right here or something right there. And it looks like one here, one over here. I can't make out what that is, but it looks like it might be a front wheel here or something here. But and just behind it, you can see something else what looks like it's got a wheel well right here, just like if you only see like a nose peeking out of the back side of a car, like another one going in an opposite direction. And you can actually see that right there. It's like it kind of like cuts through this thing. It's I'm telling you guys, it's strange. But just these lines alone, and you can still see the shape of whatever this is behind it. This looks like some kind of large vehicle sitting here. Look at these over here. Go back to the left side of the picture. Wheel. And this has all been blotched out, so you can't tell if this one goes onto this one or what, but it looks like a Jeep, like a windows, the front end, wheel here. I mean, it keeps going. It's like, it's just crazy. Like, it's almost like there was just a freeway or some kind of highway thing going on right here, and everything just collided. And as crazy as this sounds, like I said, if you guys don't want to watch the 3-part series I've got of Mount Sharp, not what you think it is, look at the 3rd part. And I've got, like I said, that one particular picture that I use in my video, the guy, like I said, enhanced it. It looks good. And I pick apart this area, and it looks like a bunch of cars, like running through tunnels. There looks like some kind of crafts in this. I mean, it's just crazy. I believe that this is some kind of freeway. And look, you can actually see something right here, right near this. Well, I called it a bus, like a shape of a bus. Right here, wheel well. And, of course, it's all blotched, and it's hard to see, but you can just see something right here. I mean, if you think about the cars we have today, look at wheel in the front, wheel in the back. I mean, it's like, now, am I just saying they're nothing but rocks, and I'm just saying they're cars? Some things, yes, and I believe your mind could be tricked, sure. But when you see something like this here, and it's trying to be hidden, and you can still see the shape of it going through it, come on, like I said, just you can actually see the blotching right here, and you can actually see the line going still right through it. See, like it look like it'd be windows of some sort, and come down. Wheel might be the wheel right here. I don't know. There's just so much going on in these pictures. It's hard to tell. But when you invert, suddenly, there it is. There's one car here, something bigger here. There's something behind there, like behind the bus, or whatever that thing is. I mean, it's crazy. Look at this. Comes down like a roof line kind of thing, comes down. There's something right here. Look at this one here. Comes up, goes across. And then, of course, you can't see the bottom of it. It's like, because they put all these lines and stuff to block out what you're seeing. Like I said, it looks like a back end of a car sitting right here, or a front end. I couldn't tell you. This goes all the way to here. Wheel. Something right here. Wheel. There's something right there. I mean, and here's the thing, guys. It just keeps going down. It just goes all the way down here. So, if this is true, if it is some kind of freeway, which I believe it is, and that's my own personal opinion, is it possible that that's a car? Or if you look at it this way, if this is a car, is it possible these are? I mean, I don't know. There's too many strange things going on. I've seen too many pictures with cars in them. Some people would say, nah, well, some of the things I saw that you said were cars, I don't believe they're cars. That's fine, and I'm okay with that because I couldn't show you if I wanted to, unless of course I showed it super clear. But this is like, even though this is kind of a silhouetted looking car, right here, it still looks like a car. Even I think anybody would agree with that. It looks like it's, like I said, it's been smashed in the front of it here, and you don't see like a perfect nose coming out. See it? And when I like I said, blur it up a little bit more, resharpen, and then equalize, it looks like you can see the actual windows now. And it's, I don't know, like I said, here's another crazy part. You guys will like this. The other picture that was just before this, because this is 436, okay? This one here is 435. Guess what's sitting right there? It's still there, only it's just more smudged out. And you notice how this picture's really dark, but right here at the Rover it's not? Imagine that. But it's all in here, man. It's this whole thing. Like I said, I know it sounds crazy when you hear it, but go to the other videos I have. Just watch them. Because it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's very informative as far as first and second and third part. Just watch them. And you're just going to, even if you don't agree with what I say, you're still going to go, yeah, that's just, wow. What is this stuff that's in here? This is supposed to be Mars. You're not even supposed to see a carved rock, let alone a car. So even if you just saw a carved rock on the surface, because my buddy Will does a good job of that, he shows everything that's right there in your face and things that just, these anomalies that just stand out. You can check him out. He's at What's Up in the Sky 37. Just watch his video. And a lot of his videos, he'll show you things that look like certain things. And even if you don't agree with what he says, it doesn't matter because it's not even supposed to be carved rocks. This is a cold, barren planet. And they think maybe microbial life lived on this planet. Oh, come on. I believe a lot more than microbial life has lived here. Trust me. Some people even say we're Martians. We came from there. Is it possible? Well, look at the theory of panspermia. Just check that out. That, somehow we were seeded from Mars because of some catastrophic, something happened to Mars. Stuff went into the atmosphere. What do they call that? Call it cosmic winds, call it what you want. It like blew it into Earth, and that's how Earth was seeded. So, I mean, although that may sound crazy to some people, I don't know. If something catastrophic happened here, well, and somehow that did happen, life forms or like microbial or building blocks of life were on rocks or whatever and hit Earth and started life here. Well, we always say, I mean, a lot of people, including myself, had said there's something catastrophic happened on this planet. Well, is it possible that theory's true? I don't know. But again, this is a day before, and you can see this thing sitting right here. It's still got that thing coming up, and of course it is blurred out, so I understand that. But right here, and it's actually inverted, and you can see the white, and here you go again. I'm going to back way out. See it? And it's the same picture. Only they moved it over to the left. Now I'm all the way to the left as far as I can go in this picture. Now, just look at these, just look at the car or whatever that you might think it is, but look this right here. And look at this. Here's that rock pot I just showed you, and here's that car. It's just more over to the left. And if you guys can see this, there's actually an outline of something really large sitting right here. Might have to do a second part of that. But there's something very large sitting right there. It's actually ghosted out. But, there's a lot of crazy things on this, guys. I don't know what you guys think. You could tell me what you think it is. Whoops, my bad. But you guys can tell me what you think it is. Leave a comment down below. Do you think it's a car? Do you think it's a rock? Is it an illusion? I don't know. But like I said, before you get too hasty and say, oh, like I said, he's been puffing on the peace pipe a little too long, look at the other videos I show. Mount shop, not what you think it is. And then make your own decision. Because like I said, especially part 3, you can actually download that big picture. I think it's a panorama. You can actually get this picture yourself, download it. And if you have the zoom feature or magnify feature on your computer, oh yeah, that'll definitely be a helpful tool. You'll see some crazy stuff on that, and it's all over this mountain. It's all over the mountain. And once you see that, this doesn't seem like a far-fetched idea. And neither is all this, like I said, a highway or freeway or something running along here. It won't be a far-fetched idea once you've watched that video. Like I said, if you want to watch just the one, watch 3. Part 3. If not, watch them all, and you'll see just some crazy stuff between on the top of the mountain as well as on the right-hand side, what everybody called it, a giant city and everything else. So check it out, guys. I mean, you never know. Let me back out of here. There's a picture you'll get. It's actually right here, and right, so this is just a raw image right here. Nav left B camera on board NASA's Mars rover Curiosity, and it's on sol. Well, this one says 38, but the other ones say differently. So I don't know if this was just added at a certain time. Call it what you will. Here's your full resolution. You can click on that, and there you go. I can give you the link. Just it'll take you right to this picture. You guys can check it out. With that, I'm going to let you guys go, and let me know what you think. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Give me some thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. I do this stuff for you guys. Just check it out. Let me know what you think. Is it a rock? Is it a trick of the eye? Is it really a car? And like I said, if you're interested, check it out. Check out my other videos about Mount Shop, and it'll give you a little bit better perspective as far as where I'm coming from and what I think these things are. So, as always, thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Again, this is the reason why I do it. I do it for you guys, so we can all just try to get together and figure out what these things are, and the curious can actually see what this stuff is and make their own decisions. With that, let me let you guys go. You have a good day, and I will see you next pick.